I welcome you all to the second part of the presentation. I, along with my teammates Jaydeep, Naveen, Ronak, and Akhil. So, what we have understood till now is dashboards. Dashboards, like we had a very good time and a very good learning while working with Woolworths. Woolworths is an organization with like various vast network of distribution centers. We understood their workings. We had a great time understanding then how the data flows from across the DCs, how management perceives and identifies problems across the DCs, how do they identify the KPIs. So they are the major reasons why people adopt dashboards. So we have divided our present. So we have divided our entire presentation in 5 parts. Executive summary, which will detail out what we have done in the project. So under the 3 headings, which would be what was our objective of the project, what we have done, and what was the result. Then we will talk about what is the need of this project, why dashboards are important in the various industries. Then third, we will talk about that how we, in the past 2 months, how we have juggled our time and tried to get our develop the dashboards under the 2 parts. So one would be the vendor evaluation, second was the development of the dashboards. Then third would be actual demonstration of the dashboards which our teammates have developed. And fifth would be, we'll talk about the rollout and way forward, what are all the difficulties which we have faced and how we have countermeasured that. And the second part in that thing will be, we will be talking about what Woolworths should do after our presentation. So we'll start with the executive summary. We had 3 main objectives. First was to understand the Woolworths KPIs, Woolworths reporting system. Second was to evaluate various softwares available across the market. Third was to deliver proof of concept, which is basically was the development of the actual dashboard for Woolworths. What we have done, we have had various meetings with Helena and Indy, and we have actually visited SLDC site as well to understand how the Woolworths works. We have then for the second part of the objective, we have actually analyzed the market for the available softwares. We got 6 softwares. We had the detailed conversations with the vendors and understood which software is good, and we narrowed it down to 2. Then we had for the third part of the objective, we developed our dashboards over 2 softwares. We identified and found out various capabilities of the softwares, and the final result was the demonstration of, we will be having demonstration of 2 softwares over ClickView and Tableau. For the second part of the presentation, which is the need of the project, why various industries need dashboards. So the very first reason is all over the world, across your industries, all across the globe, people are using dashboards. If you can see Ferrari, you can talk about Flipkart, Amazon, even Woolworths itself use dashboards. So if you know the story of Standard Chartered, they started using dashboards, and within 8 days they got their return on investment. And in the Woolworths section, risk and replenishment department are already using the dashboard. This is just a bit developed version of it. The second reason for using the dashboard, it helps you identify key performance indicators very easily. Like across the dashboards helps you that which industries have which kind of performance indicators, so they can actually figure it out in a very nice and crisp form how which are all the various key performance indicators. Then dashboards help you interpret the large data in a very short screen. Like you have such a huge vast network of distribution centers, so it will help you collect the data from all the distribution centers. It will set in the same screen and you would be able to identify that. Third would be, this is one of the major reasons why industries are using dashboards. I have got the screenshot of your current reporting system. If you see, it it actually is using these many Excel sheets here to make one report. What it helps, this, and also this is a static system. What happens is the Excel sheets get developed periodically, maybe daily, maybe weekly, maybe fortnightly. You might have several sort of reports. What dashboard brings you, it is a visual analytics. It's a continuous process. Anytime, whatever files are there in the server, you can have a time setup in the system, and the data will be automatically updated. So anytime when you're looking actually at the most recent data. So this is that screenshot, and this is how the dashboard looks like. The fourth reason to use the dashboard, like I said before, that this is what we have understood, that these are all the various DCs. It helps you bring in the same slide. And fourth, the sixth reason is, this is one of the, again, the major reasons that why people are using dashboards. Like, let's say today you have a problem in one division. You, like in the one KPI, you can't blame the entire KPI that, okay, the Woolworths is not able to handle the total cartons, they are not able to achieve the total carton handles for this week. It actually helps you that you can further drill down to understand that, okay, the problem is in the north region, the problem is in the north region, probably in the liquor section. It can be anything. So that we will see in detail when the dashboards. The seventh major reason why we say, as I said, it's dynamic in nature. What you could do is you can have your TM1 extracted files in the server. It can be linked to this file. The second option would be you can directly script the data. The dashboards are like they are content in themselves. So the idea would be that you can put the calculations and the various kind of functions in the scripting. So you don't actually have to link the files to it. So they are, as per our team, these are the 7 reasons which I talked about. Industries are using dashboards. For the next part of the presentation, I will call Naveen.
Thank you, Sona. Good evening to one and all once again. So we are talking about the project timeline. So we went about it in 2 phases. One is vendor evaluation, the other is development of the dashboard. So first I'll just run you through the project timeline. Our first 4 weeks was dedicated to vendor evaluation. So we had gone through scope approval, then we had analyzed reports that we had got from Woolworths, and we had gone for vendor search and evaluation and receipt of evaluation software. So the next 4 weeks were dashboard development. So based on the data that we had to create a file whose format was suitable for the software that we were using. After which we were starting on both dashboards with 1 week in between. And then we had made continuous improvements, talking to the vendor and on internet research, and we were able to make visual improvements, and we were able to get proof of concept dashboard within 2 months. So this is a basic vendor evaluation slide. You can see this is a purely qualitative comparison. You can see ClickView's one of its major points is that it has excellent drill down options, and Tableau has easy visualization. You can see that different software have their strengths and have their weaknesses. But we felt that a qualitative analysis alone won't get us to drill down to software that is much more manageable. So we went for something called a rating method. The weightages and numbers that are given in this rating are a little bit based on our research that we did on the net, and also based on Gartner BI Magic Quadrant article, which is generally done for dashboards and which is well known in business intelligence circles. So we were able to drill down to ClickView and Tableau, which had the highest rating. So these were the 2 softwares that we went ahead with for further comparison and evaluation. So we are evaluating ClickView and Tableau on 4 aspects. First one is visualization. In visualization, Tableau fares better. It has easy visualization, it is easy to UI, and it provides much more insights. When we go to data handling, ClickView fares much better over here because it handles much more data. It has something called in-memory, which is able to handle much more data than because of its usage of links. Whereas Tableau is a little laggard in that area. Drill down options, ClickView has excellent drill down options, as you will see in the demonstration that is to come. Tableau has comparatively less drill down, but it has drag and drop features. And offline viewer, Tableau has an offline viewer which anyone who doesn't have Tableau also can use. Whereas ClickView requires a personal edition to view the ClickView files, and it has a limits on the number of times you can use the same. Now we go on to the pricing. Pricing is approximately the same, but we have recent data that suggests that ClickView has Woolworths has a discount, 50% discount on ClickView. Tableau's desktop version and server version are around the price around 1,600 and 10,000. So, but when we go to the training costs, you can see that there is a big gulf. Classroom training and technical services for ClickView is on the lower side, whereas on Tableau it's on the higher side, around almost around twice to thrice the price. E-learning is free for both because we can always go on net and search and learn. Both have excellent communities where learning and troubleshooting is done. Now we go on to the next phase, which is the distinguishing feature, which is we can talk about ClickView. When we talk about ClickView, three things that come to us is data handling, drill down, and customer support, which was excellent from our end, at least customer support to us. And Tableau, it is visualization and intuitive development. By intuitive development, I mean that you can drag and drop objects so that you can develop the dashboard without much of thinking and knowledge on the software per se. Now we go on to the development of dashboard, which is what we actually did over the last 4 weeks or the past month. First, we had to create a data dependency file. I mean, this is only for us because when it is actually rolled out, this data dependency file creation won't be there. It is a one-time exercise where scripting will take care of this, where you just create a file in a format that is useful for the software to pick up. Then we had to understand key performance indicators and create a representative dashboard. For example, we were able to create dashboards talking about LCPC, TCPC, ability to link both of them, ability to give it some meaning. So, for example, so based on that, we were able to develop graphs, maps, and charts. You'll see more of it on the demonstration, a more hands-on experience of the same. And creation of links between objects. So what we mean by here is any object cannot exist by its own. It's like a foundation. So we need to develop a foundation for a house. So it has to go via steps. So every object has to be linked to other objects. So this linkage has to be created so that it will give you a holistic view of the dashboard and whatever information that we are trying to give. For example, if you are talking about LCPC, it has to be connected to both the total cartons handled and the labor cost. So that links we had to establish, and that also made a part in the establishing of drill down capabilities that we were able to do. Finally, we were able to link various sheets. So we are talking about a single DC. So we were able to link various DCs and various sheets so that we could do drill down both horizontally and vertically. Now we go on to the actual presentation. We will start with ClickView, which will be done by Akhil. After which we will go on to Tableau, which will be done by Rona. Hope you enjoy.
Is it visible? Because I was not able to match the screen resolution as of now. So hello everyone, good evening. So currently what you are seeing is the dashboard that is prepared over the ClickView software. As a proof of concept, we have taken the week 50 of the FY14 report, and we have put in all the data as what mentioned by the Naveen. We have created the Excel file and dumped in the data, and we have generated the KPIs over that. Currently what you are seeing is the main sheet, and this main sheet is been divided into various areas. On the top, what you can see is the status bar, where you can have this week data in terms of the actual figures, the variance to the budget figures, and also you can see that it is being color coded. If it is green, it means that your KPI is under budget, and if it becomes red, then it means that there is a problem and it has overshoot the budget. So based on the KPI to KPI, it will vary. And here on the left hand side, after discussion with the Woolworths, we have decided that all the entire DCs of the Woolworths has to be divided into various heads. So we have divided the DCs into the heads like zones, north and south. the DC type, 3PL, liquor, national, regional, the warehouse types, the DC details, and the DCs. So these are the filter zones where you can filter out which of the particular DC you want to select, and the respective corresponding filter will happen here. I'll show you in the demo. Here you can see the data chart. It's a basically KPI chart where you can have the entire KPIs here. And there are respective fields. You can see the DC types, warehouse types, which defines what kind of DC it is. The actual figures of the KPI, the budgeted figures. It's a gauge chart which shows you the variance to the budget figure. This is the same, minus 20.79. It reflects over the gauge. These are the list of the KPIs that we have identified from the reports as of now, which can be extended later based on the user's requirement. So here I have given the legend. LC means the labor cost, LCPC is the labor cost per carton. It's a pick rate. TC is total cost, TCH is total cartons handled, TCPC is total cost per carton, and TH is the total hours. So these are the key KPIs that we have identified as of now. On the top, what you can see is the units. So currently I have chosen thousands figure. So whatever the figure you are seeing, it's in thousands. If I switch to the M, it's millions. So automatically the data will be converted into the millions. On the right hand side, you will see you are seeing is the GIS map, which displays all the DCs that are present in the Woolworths, and the size of the bubble reflects the relative size of the KPI with respect to the other DCs. So now for the demo purpose, if I, as a management, if I want to check what is the status going on in my south area, I can see as soon as I selected the south, the selection gets highlighted into green. Whichever the DCs which are related to the south and the other filters will become white, and the rest of the DCs will get grey out. Currently you are not able to see the color, but it's there. So it automatically gets grayed out, so you will get an idea of what are the DCs that are in the south. And also with the south selection, you can see from here also, all the DCs with respect to south also gets filtered out here. So if in the south, if I select regional, I want to check what is the status of the regional. I check this is the regional selection. If I want to select a particular KPI also, I want to check the labor cost particularly. You can see only the labor cost gets selected here. The entire labor cost is there. There's nothing else. If I want to check the total cost, it will convert into total cost. So this is a good objects that are present in the ClickView that help you to analyze the entire data. So what you can see as of now is like a 40 to 50 page of data of your report is being done over a single sheet. This is a macro level picture. So, but at a manager level, if you want to understand how where exactly the problem lies, what are the areas of key problems and all those things. So for that purpose, we have different sheets being created and which are linked to this main sheet, so that you can go down and analyze to what extent the problem is. So say suppose if I go to the south and I check that yes, there is a problem, you can see that now it has turned red because here the total cost per carton has overshoot the budget figure. So if I click over this one, it will take me to the labor cost sheet, which will reflect, okay, these are the key DC types which are under issue. Only the regional area is under control for this week. So if I choose the liquor, I see that MLDC ambient, both the sections are under issue. They are out of budget. If I choose the MLDC liquor again, now we know that the TCPC is made up of, this is total cost per carton, is made up of two components, the total cost as well as the number of cartons handled. So I want to check whether there is an issue with both the sections or there is an issue either in one of the section. So there are the this is the area where we have created the tabs, which will help you to directly toggle between the different KPIs. You can see is the total cost this week, LCPCs, total cartons handled, all these are for this week. So now if I want to check whether the total cost is an issue or not, I'll go to the total cost breakup, and here I'll see the total cost is not an issue. It's both in green. But if I go to the total cartons handled, I see yes. From the budgeted we have handled the less cartons this week. That's why my entire TCPC has gone up. So this is a very excellent feature in the ClickView that helps you to go drill down. So even if you don't want to come from the main sheet, you want to directly visualize this sheet, you can directly come down here. You can see the LCPCs under control. You can see the TCPC, okay, yes, the south is an issue. Then again, you can just click here, it will go drilling down to the DC types level. Further, it will go to the DC level, and you can check the various parameters why it is happening. So it is one of the excellent tools that helps you to analyze at a micro level. Okay. Then the next thing is one of the strong tools that are there in the TQ is comparing. Being a manager, suppose if I want to compare how my two DCs are performing at a micro level or at a macro level, like how my north DCs are performing and how my south DCs are performing. So there is a very good option where we can compare the two DCs. So this is the comparison chart. Okay. So here you can see a comparison chart. The left hand side, which is colored in pink, is selection 1, and the blue is in selection 2. So whatever the colors whatever the graphs you are seeing with the respective color is based on the selection you are making. So suppose if I want to compare how my north DCs are performing with respect to the south DCs. So you can see that as soon as I click the north and south, automatically the graph get filtered out and the value has been created. So here you can see a bar graph. On the right hand side you can see a data chart again, where you can also see the variance of the selection 2 with respect to selection 1. Like my south is 24.55% more than the selection 1 from the north. So this gives a very good picture of how you can compare a DC at a macro level and the micro level. Say suppose if I want to compare the SNDC with the MLDC. So here you can have a straight away comparison. And if you want to go further drill down, you can go again to the labor cost analysis chart and the other tabs that has been created for your purpose. So similar chart we have created for the maps. Over the map also you can visualize the entire thing over the maps. GIS map. Here you can see the visualization. If I select the north, you can see the north DCs get selected here. If I want to select the south DCs will get selected. Okay. So, and on the top you can see the different KPIs. You can adjust the KPIs on the top. You want to see the pick rate, how the pick rate is performing. Again, the size of the bubble reflect will tell you the size of the relative performance. Okay, the next thing is the bubble chart. There are different options available in the ClickView. I have picked up some key objects that will help you in your analysis purpose. So here what we are seeing as of now is a comparison, a chart which reflects on the y-axis your DCs, and on the x-axis you can see the various KPIs. Currently you are not able to see the LCPC and TCPC because the value is less than $1 with respect to them. But if I select the LCPC and the TCPC from here, you will see that. I'll show you that. So suppose if I want to see how my LCPC is working, you can see what is the LCPC values with respect to north and south. In fact, in the north particularly, you can see how the LCPC values are distributed with respect to the different DC types. You can keep on drilling down as per your convenience, wherever to which level you want to go. To the micro level you want to see the picture, to the macro level you want to see the picture. You can select two KPIs also together. You can see the LCPC and pick rate, because LCPC again it's very small with respect to the pick rate, it's not going to show. If I choose the LCPC and the TCPC which are comparable, you can see the LCPC and the TCPC at this level. There is another bubble chart that we can create we have created is so here currently what you are seeing is the comparison between two key KPIs. You can have any KPIs comparison. Currently what I have taken is a total cartons handle comparison with respect to the total cost. So you can see from here, these are the DC selection that I have done as of now. Here you can see the highlighted portion. You can go further drill down and you can further check, okay, these are the DCs 3PL, how they are performing. This is a BRDC, you can see that the total cost is around 486,000. and the total carton handle for this is 450,000. So it gives you a good comparison analysis tool, how the two KPIs you can put over one chart. So this is one of the key tools. And another thing is like we have taken the week 50 report. In that we were able to identify the further 2 weeks previous reports. So we have tried to plot the KPIs in terms of the trend line over the past 3 weeks data. So here you can see the different KPIs over the past 3 weeks. Okay, yeah. So here again you have the KPI list and all those things. So suppose if I make a selection of the labor cost, total cartons handle and the LCPC. So here from directly you can see from this picture that this is PLW is previous to last week, LW is the last week, and TW is the this week data for our testing purpose. So here you can directly see that the total cartons handled has increased from the previous PLW to LW, and for the last week this has been dropped. But the total, but the labor cost has increased. So ideally, my labor cost per carton should increase, and this is reflected from here. You can see it has raised from 0.59 to 0.68. So it gives you the visualization of the comparison. You can see the trend line directly. Because we were having only the 3 weeks data, we were able to plot only 3 weeks. But once it is been attached to your overall data, the reports you can plug in and you can have the multiple weeks over one chart. So this is all from the ClickView. And personally, I'm also from the planning department. I worked in the planning and project control department. I understand like how important is the report to a management, because if I'm having a very bulky report, 50-60 page report, it's very difficult to analyze what kind of data is there, what is the comparison, where exactly the problem lies. Even if I give you the currently your own report to you as of now, it's very difficult to identify where the problem lies. So these are the software that comes for the rescue purpose. It gives a very good analysis tool, and it's a good monitoring and controlling tool for your department. So this is all from the ClickView. I'll just hand over to Rona for the next software demonstration, Tableau. Ron.
Good evening. I'll just take a minute to set this up.
Can I just ask a question?
Sure, sure.
Drill down by day, or is it just by week?
This is which one?
What we've just seen,
Yeah.
it has a lot of data, a lot of information.
Yeah.
Is it able to drill down by day?
See, it can go up to whatever level. It depends on the kind of data that you load in the. If it is a day data, you can have the days reflected over the chart. If you have the week data, you have the year data, whatever you can. It's up to the data, because we have taken only the week 50 report, so we have the week 50 data, and because we were having only 2 weeks data, also previous data,
Yeah.
so we were able to generate the trend line.
So Tim, you're from the risk area from Norwest. Thanks for joining us. Are you able to sort of elaborate on that point?
Yes, okay. So we actually have licenses for both these products, Tableau and ClickView. So we maintain a few licenses for Tableau because it's very quick and easy to use. I think anybody who's got strong Excel skills, for example, will be fairly comfortable after a few days to use something like Tableau. But we find it gives up after a while. Whereas ClickView sort of carries on giving, I suppose, the more sort of effort you put into it. But it's a very, very steep learning curve. It can handle immense amounts of data with great ease. And all that data is actually handled depending on how you implement it on a server. So it's not the PC that's grinding away. If you want to have data at that sort of level of granularity where it's day by day. On the other hand, I think I said it is quite hard work to learn. And I don't know whether you guys did you develop these dashboards?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how did you find the learning experience with ClickView?
I think the learning experience get, as I told you, like I was also from the planning department. I never used such tools,
Right.
but this really gives you an insight over the analytic part. Basically, it helps. And the preparation of dashboard over the ClickView is quite simple, because whatever you have seen as of now, I have just used the simple Excel formulas for my evaluation purpose, and whatever the KPIs you are seeing, the data and any calculation purpose. It's just a basic Excel So you can also use that. Even when we have discussed this with the vendor also, it takes 14 days at max to prepare a good dashboard. Because we were just the beginners, we were the novice in this thing, and nobody from us is from the IT background. So it just took us 1 month to understand, and to understand the, first of all, the KPIs, how the Vulva is working, and second thing is preparing the dashboard. But working is great over this one.
So one of the things I think I recognised in the dashboard you created is you've got the ability to absolutely go nuts, frankly, and do an immense amount of analysis and put an immense amount of visualizations on the screen, and you can get overwhelmed, and your end users can get overwhelmed. So we've developed a safety dashboard using all the incident and claims data that we have in the organisation, and we're actually in the process of peeling it back and just removing some of the complexity and making it simpler.
Thanks.
Would you have a team that can create the dashboards themselves?
Yeah, we do.
So you're a team can go there and analyze there and create dashboards.
I have a specialist team working with me, and there are two competencies really. So one is the developer competency to actually go and get the data and to remodel it so that it's suitable for visualization and dashboarding. And then the other skill is the designer skill of actually knowing what to put on the screen. I have to say we're trying to develop people with both those competencies, but I think over time people will go in one direction.
So Tim has an extremely robust and a high volume operation from a dashboarding perspective. Specifically from my understanding is because you have extreme regulatory sort of reasons and privacy reasons and so on around the risk component, and he's got to pump out 5,000 odd reports every week or something like that. So it's a different ballgame altogether. Whereas we are focusing more on the visual data analytics from a user perspective and getting simple dashboards with drill down capability across multiple data sources, WMS, financials from the TM1 or Ledger, maybe some safety data, maybe other sources of data.
How does this differ from the one we've got at the moment from a DC perspective? I know we don't have the labour cost, but we certainly have the KPI.
Yes, so this is all about linking all that together. So when you see the bleeding happening from a dollar point of view,
Yeah.
then being able to look at the value drivers and go down to the different drivers, and then also be visually looking at the cross comparisons between DCs, how the others are doing the likes, and then getting to an understanding where you should be focusing very quickly. And it's giving the user the power to do that.
So where you see the city? Where you see the dashboard such as the city?
This can sit at multiple levels. This can sit at multiple levels. It can sit just in Craig's office, for example, which is not the best use if it's only there, but it can sit there. It can sit in at the zone level, at the management level, national level, at cross-forum level, at an LM level. It can be sitting at multiple levels.
And this entire data and dashboard would be set up over a server. So whoever has the access to the server can actually view the dashboard. So, and it can have the restricted view. Let's say that you want to restrict some data. You don't want that a particular level of management should not see that data. So you can hide those data as well.
And it will give you a real-time picture once over your entire data once get updated, automatically in the real time it will also get updated. That will give you a intuitive picture of that.
And with some of this software, you can actually develop the dashboard very quickly. You can pick it up. Then you can bundle a certain level of data with that file, and then you can pump it out to somebody. They just download the free viewer, and they pull it in. They can look at it, and they can then manipulate and drill down. So that option is also available with some of the I think both the software now, because even ClickView is doing the ClickSense, which I was playing around with. It can do something like that as well.
Is it going to be linked with TM1?
Well, that's how. Well, it's not directly linked. None of this can be linked directly with TM1. None of them have hooks.
Actually, what can be done is TM1 sends data to Excel that can be scripted directly into ClickView. So instead of populating the Excel table, it will populate a table that is sitting inside ClickView or Tableau, and it will write the data to that table, and it will populate the dashboard. So that is a possibility. So instead of sending it to Excel directly, it sends it to QlikView, or it sends it to as a CSV file to the dashboard. So it is possible to directly link it when the rollout happens, but it is possible.
During the scripting, we can actually hide some of the columns and the rows of the TM1 output that we don't want that data in dashboard. So it actually allows the selective way of developing the dashboard as well.
Actually, it's just a part of the initial scripting. When you are launching a dashboard based on the user requirement, you do the maximum scripting done at a very initial level. So once the scripting is done, then it's like an end job. Then it's just roll out of the data every time. You're just visualizing the data. So that will help you.
Okay, with regards to time, I think we need to quickly roll on. So this is Tableau, so I'll pass you on to Vikas.
This is another flavor of dashboards compared to QlikView. Tableau gives very good visualizations, although right now this map is not really coming up well because of the resolution. I have about 4 elements on this page. I have a filter box which filters all the values here. I have the primary measures that I'm measuring and the secondary measures that are less important, and a map that shows the selection on the filter. The values here show the current total cost, the budgeted value, the variation from the budget, and the value that was last week. Similarly, we have values for cost per carton, production hours, cartons handled, labor cost per carton, pick rate, and labor rate, and labor cost. If I take an example, probably if I want to look at the values for SRDC for week 50, yeah. Yeah. Suppose I'm looking at SRDC chill. I see that the total cost is at about 0.6.
Oh.
Very good.